You must choose this mindset to supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Kind of a shocker and a bold statement, but it's absolutely true. Building a business is one of the biggest personal development projects you will undergo without even realizing that that's what you're doing at the time. I have been building businesses since I was 13, so I learned that at a pretty young age, that it shows you exactly who you are and what you're thinking, but it also shows the world exactly who you are and what you're thinking. And the mindset I contend, and this is my little graphic for that you must consciously choose is that of growth, the growth mindset. Growth mindset focus on the ability to figure stuff out, the ability to look at and see possibilities, the ability to create anything that you want. A fixed mindset, on the other hand, is just the opposite. It's when you hear people saying, and I used to dread this when I'd go into different organizations, well, that's just the way we've always done it around here, or that's just the way I am. I was married to a that's just the way I am person, and there's a reason we're divorced. People that think that they don't have any improvement or any growth in them after a certain point are, I guess, a little bit delusional. None of us are done. We're all works in progress. But fixed versus growth mindset is imperative if you want to build a business and if you want to grow a business. You can create a business and a job and an occupation for yourself with a fixed mindset. Lots of people do. There's a lot more people with fixed mindsets in the world than there are growth mindsets. But the people that change the world are the ones that are willing to be open and figure out what is possible, what else is possible, right? Otherwise, there's just a lot of other people copying other people in their business. That's not a growth mindset. That's a fixed mindset. They will seldom, if ever, outperform the people that they're modeling or copying, because the other business has been there before. They've been there first. And as long as they continue to grow and thrive and try new things and look for different possibilities and markets and things, they'll win. And it's not like it's a competition. There's plenty to go around and we can all win. But we need to keep in mind how we think about our business and what is in our thoughts and beliefs about our business is about 80% of business success. I didn't used to know this or really believe this, but based on the last 30 years of experience, and I've had a lot of it, both in and out of different types of businesses, in and out of corporate America, and in owning and operating my own businesses, I've come to realize that what we think and how we think and why we think it and how open we are to other things coming and happening with us, through us, and for us will determine our success much more quickly than the 20% of our business that is actually doing the business strategy, tactics, marketing, and everything else. Everything that makes it a business is 20% of what we need in order to grow and scale and supersize our business. And that's a shocker for a lot of people, especially people that, they got out of school, they went to college, they got a degree, they started a business in their area of expertise that they studied in college, but they never really learned how to turn that into a money-making, sustainable, thriving business that doesn't depend solely on them. So open versus closed is another way of looking at that mindset. What else have I got on there? It's written backwards, so it's really hard for me to see. It's hard for me to see anyway. But it depends on the topic or the subject. We all are a combination of closed or fixed and open and growth mindsets. I've got stuff that's still stuck in my brain and my subconscious that is running the show without me even being aware of it. But as soon as I become aware of it, I question it, just like a limiting belief or a false belief about myself or anything else, my business. I question it. I'm like, is that true? Is that true 100% of the time? Is that absolutely true for everyone else on the planet? And if the answer is no to any of those, guess what I've got? I've got a fixed mindset. And all I have to do is open up my mind to the possibilities of something different. And that changes it to a growth mindset. So that's our topic for today. I challenge you, and I could share a whole bunch of stuff about this. I've got a whole page of notes as usual, but I can't read them. But a fixed mindset keeps us stuck in our comfort zone and limits our growth. It's what we think is possible for our business. If it's a fixed number, a fixed size, guess what? We will grow up to that point and then we will stagnate. And until we change our identity and our perceived value of what we offer will stay in that same loop for literally decades. How do I know? I did a lot of that with my Italian food manufacturing business. We started out, and I cringe when I think this, our philosophy was make a little, sell a little. And I will admit, I adopted that philosophy from my dad and my sister because I was running other businesses and I was working in corporate America full time, and I had 2 little kids. And so it sounded fine. Let's make a little, let's sell a little. Let's make a little and sell a little. But when I bought my sister out of the business, I didn't want to just make a little and sell a little. I wanted to make a lot and sell a lot. And really, I wanted to sell a lot and then make a lot to fulfill those orders. And so those 2 absolute opposite philosophies butted heads until I was able to overcome that mindset and that culture and that belief in the business and change it to a more growth-oriented mindset. So today, share in the comments below one way or one area that you see popping up in your organization that is clearly a fixed mindset. And then today, think about, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to change that? How are you, because you're the leader of your organization, going to go about helping to change that? Maybe it's just educating people and having in your staff meeting a little discussion about fixed and growth mindsets and where do we all think we're at, just like we did here, right? It's a thought. All right, we also are going to do 2 things today for this 4-day period. We're going to cover the S in our SOAP framework. S stands for our story. What is your current story and what is your desired story? So really it stands for 2 stories. So we have 3 things to do today for action items. 1, share an area where you're fixed. If you want to share what you're going to do about it, that'd be awesome because we can all learn from one another. If you want an accountability partner or somebody to hold you accountable, ask in the comment so that I make sure to follow up with you, then ensure that you found a way to, or if you need help with, just ask me, overcoming that fixed mindset. And how can you change that to a growth mindset? It's really super easy. And then we are going to pick a challenge area with respect to mental health and well-being and tell ourselves, okay, what is my current story? And I said, I'm going to pick a false belief, the not good enough, not worthy false belief, because that one, as much work as I've done on it in my lifetime, it still pops up and rears its ugly head every once in a while. So I want to keep continuing to work on that. So my current story is, I've done a lot of work on, I just shared my current story. I've done a lot of work on it, but it still pops up. And then what is my desired story? That I don't have to do a lot of work on it. I don't have to be aware of it running in the background or at a subconscious level and negatively impacting what I'm even going to allow myself to see or experience. So that's my quick story. See how fast you can do that? It doesn't have to take a lot of time. All right. If you need help with any of this at all, just hit me up and ask. If you want the secret to where you can actually find me and get access to me, a lot of the time it's on the school platform, the Supersize Your Business school community. So just, if you want to join, it's freemium right now. Ask by putting Supersize in the comments below, and I will send you the link to join us. It's a great place to actually interact with like-minded business owners that are all on the same journey. We're all there to grow and scale and supersize our businesses. And so if you're looking for that, just join us. All right. Have an amazing day. If I can help you, ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.